Awesome. This isn't a request. It's just a Cappy original. Remember Cleary originals? We're going to talk about what I wanted. An agent in the field sent this in from CNBC, written April 8th, 2021. So it's by Abigail Hess. More than half of older millennials with student debt said their loans weren't worth it. I could have swore when we were younger millennials and an old curmudgeon Gen X guy called, let's just say, Cappy, came in and said, hey, you should major in that. Don't ruin my dreams, man. You ruin me. And then you all said, you can't put a price on education. And so if you can't put a price on education, that means it's limitless value, right? Any price you pay would be worth it. You know, this would be economics and logic, which most of you millennials don't have with your sociology degrees. And more than half of you said it wasn't worth it. And how many, see, that's self-reporting. How many of you deep down inside know but won't admit it because sadly, your college degree is all you've really achieved in life. This is so fresh. This is, what is this called? I told you so. That's, wait. With a hint of, you're wrong, I'm right. Oh, what a sweet cocktail. Let us enjoy the show. Let us enjoy the misery of the stupid. Older millennials entered adulthood around the time of the 2008 financial crisis, which was followed by higher education funding cuts, rising college costs, and slow wage growth. The result, millennials became the student debt generation. Even as the oldest millennials turned 40 this year, oh, you're in your 40s. Oh, boy, still living at home. You're voting for Yang and hoping for UBI. Winners. Approach middle age, student debt continues to follow them. According to a recent survey of 1,000 U.S. adults aged 33 to 40, conducted by the Harris Poll on behalf of CNBC Make It, respondents took out an average of $22,000 in student loans for their education. Now, this is quite some time ago. Just 32% of those who took out loans have entirely paid them off, meaning the majority of older millennials, 68%, are still paying down their student debt a decade later. Oh, you are so smart. You are so smart with your leftist liberal arts and social science degrees, and you still suck at life. Oh, this is great. You're 40. You're 40 and you have student loan debt. Oh, my God. Don't listen to that evil white guy who said not to major in the liberal arts. He's just an instant an ism. There's no housing crisis. There's no dot-com bubble. Ignore that guy. He's just a mean poopy head. Oh, did you need? It's amazing how you idiots always need to be bailed out. First it's the bankers, and before that was the SNL bailout. Not Saturday Night Live savings and loan. It was before your time. There was long-term credit management, and now we're going to bail out the millennials. But you're so smart and educated. A degree is a good degree. Get the degree to get the foot in the door. It's not what you major in, it's what you do. You can't put a price on education. Bail us out. I'm a 40-year-old millennial who lives at home and need more money of yours, not mine. Do any of you dare claim to be intelligent? Like, do any of you dare to think I'm independent? Do you really? I just got to know. Like, what is your self-perception? Like, you're some strong intellectual who like supports themselves, and what's the cognitive dissonance like? Does it just like destroy brain cells at the speed of light? A constant uphill battle, a little choice. No, you always had a choice to go back to school and get a real degree in something. But, you know, doing math is hard, right? Erin Becker, 36, owes over $40,000 in federal and private student loans. Paying them off has been a constant uphill battle, she says. There is no comfort or security, just an ever-present unease about the future. Over 40 grand, why don't you work 2 jobs and then pay it off? 40 grand isn't that much. I mean, in the grand scheme of things. Becker was the first in her family to, always the, hey, you went to college. There's the achievement. The first person of our family to make it to college. What'd she major in? Hair. Becker was the first in her family to attend a 4-year college, which she enrolled at SUNY Potsdam in 2003 to study music education. And I'm going to bet the CNBC author did say, which has no employability whatsoever. Her parents took out student loans on her behalf. Oh, I love it when boomer parents suffer. You can taste it with a spoon, guys. You can scoop it up. It's got chocolate syrup and jimmies and sprinkles and maraschino cherries. It's so good. Sonny Potsdam wasn't a good fit for me. It was very isolating, and I didn't have a lot of friends in the music college itself. Hey, how about F your social life, and why don't you go to college to get a degree that gets you a job? So I ended up getting pretty depressed and decided to move back home, she says. I don't think I was mature enough to go to college right away. If I were to talk to my 17-year-old self, I would maybe say, take some time to make sure that is what you really want to do. Is wisdom finally permeating that thick, dense millennial skull? Are you admitting you were wrong? Oh, this is great. When I was in high school, debt was never discussed, says Becker. Yes, because your teachers are morons, and their job is to get you to go to college, fork over all your money, and get further brainwashed in leftist politics and ideology. That's what it is. It's not conspiracy. And then blame it on the Republicans. Yeah, because the senatorial Republicans took your college money, right? Not the professors that taught you Marxist leftist slop. It was just like you go to college. That's what you did. After working several odd jobs, Becker, what, you didn't get paid $100,000 to be a music education assistant? After working several odd jobs, Becker decided to get a 2-year veterinary technician degree at Medallier College, a private college in Buffalo, New York. Oh, yeah, that wasn't a degree scam, a degree mill. But this time she was responsible for covering the cost. She took out 2 private loans, one worth $8,800, one worth $13,600. She graduated in 2010, owing over $20,000 in student debt and just making $12 an hour working at a veterinary practice. How'd you vote, Aaron? How'd you vote, Miss Becker? Did you vote to take my money? Oh, see, voting to take my money doesn't cure you of stupidity and laziness. And your life is just going to suck. It's just going to suck. I'm going to be there. There's the good part. This is where she gets her master's degree and goes $300,000 into debt. Whoa, she went to law school instead. Oh, I love this movie. I was always paying the minimum amount due to my loans because no one taught me exponential math because I was afraid to learn it. Oh, wait, no. First to go to, it is so shocking how many of you college graduates do not know how compound interest works. It's like 5th grade math. It's not even algebra. You've had it. You probably just don't remember it. What do you mean to the power? Power of diversity? Women's power? What are we talking about? It's an exponential. What do you mean exponent? Unable to make progress paying down her principal, she decided to finish her bachelor's degree. God does. Because it worked out so great the first 2 times. And this time studying psychology, because this is someone you want to trust with your mental health. At the University of Buffalo and graduated in 2017. She took out 32. How long did it take you to graduate? It took you what? 2003 to 27. It took you 14 years to get a bachelor's degree? Holy crap, my wiener dog from the 80s could have done that. And he's dead. I had just over $54,000 in debt, she recalls. In that time, I've paid it off. I've paid it down to maybe $49,000. You're making progress. Hey, here's an idea. How about you get 2 jobs? How about you work more? You spend less. Oh, no. That takes effort. In October, Becker gave birth to God, it only gets better. Becker gave birth to her first child now and works part-time as an entry-level client server. Wait, but you have any degree is a good degree. You can't put a price on education. And now works the father was not available for comment? Do I have to throw that curveball in there now? As an entry-level client services representative at a veterinary practice earning, $15 an hour. You can't see now you're forever going to be poor because you had a child you can't afford. You can't even afford you. You can't even support yourself. You are already a net economic parasite, taking other people's money that was not yours, that you are barely able to be current, let alone pay back. And now you have a child. How effing dumb are you? Oh, that's right. Really effing dumb, because you're a liberal arts major. It's frustrating and embarrassing, frankly. I feel like I'm smarter and better than where I am right now. Well, you are smarter, you're older, you're wiser. That's true. She says, her husband, oh, here it is. Here it is, you dupes, you suckers, you STEM nerds. But she has the vajayjay. Her husband makes roughly $80,000 a year as a mechanical engineer. Why, oh, why is there a wage gap? And I struggle with identifying myself outside of my profession, says Becker. How about you be a mom to the innocent child you just brought in? I want to do good. I want to make a positive difference in the world, in my community. I don't think I'm doing that right because you suck. You're never an adult. You will never make a difference because there are literally hundreds of millions of other men and women your age and younger who want to do the exact same crap, and that is avoid work. Why does your husband have to learn engineering and calculus and physics and thermodynamics? And you can say, I play the music, I pet the horses. How do I make difference? Not making community difference, feel I don't. Oh, baby, give. Okay, bye, baby. What role do I play? How about you start by supporting yourself and not being a bleeping parasite? Let's start there before you dare start telling the world how it should be, how it should act, what we could improve. And by gosh, with your psychology degree, please, lady, don't dare tell anyone about their mental health. Please. But what frustrates Becker the most is that she feels going to college and taking on debt was never really a choice in the first place. No, it was. Strong, independent woman. You could always say no. Was college worth it? The answer is yes, she says. They still believe the brainwashing. They just cannot let their pride and ego get in the way. It's currently more beneficial to have a degree than to not have a degree. No, you're wrong, because you got 50 grand in debt that you're not able to pay back, and you're making just as much money as you would have made coming out of high school. You kind of have to go to college. No, you don't. A college professor once said, oh, here we go. The college professor has no vested interest in promoting college. Said that the 4-year bachelor's degree is the equivalent to a high school degree right now. Oh, that college professor is correct. In our parents' generation, there were entry-level jobs where you could have a comfortable life and a single income. That doesn't exist anymore. Paying down $200,000, it was all-consuming. Jeffrey Street graduated from the University of Tennessee in 2009, still remembers how hard it was to find a job. The job market was so bad, he said. I was working for the city of Knoxville Parks and Recreation Department undergrad. I wonder, well, it was bad in 2009. I wonder what he got his degree in. My job prospect after graduation to keep working for the Department of Park and Recreation. I knew I wanted something different. It's so cute you guys think you're going to get what you want instead of do what the world tells you to do. Here you go. Here we go. Street chose to attend law school at the University of Idaho. I'm going to bet the University of Idaho isn't like Michigan for law schools. Where he met his future wife, Shannon. They graduated in 2012. The pair owned nearly $200,000 in student debt. That's not bad for law school, actually. 2 people, $100,000 each. That actually isn't too bad. Shannon owned $17,000 from her undergraduate degree in, drumroll please. Oh, they don't list it. And $87,000 from her law degree. Street had no loans for his bachelor's degree, but owed over $92,000 from law school. Remember thinking to myself that I was very proactive in paying it off when I got out of law school, and then maybe the debt wouldn't be so bad, he said. But the average interest rate of our loans was about 6.5%. It was about $1,000 of interest per month. Maybe you shouldn't have gone to law school. Even after the couple passed the bar exam in 2013, they still struggled to find work because the law field is flooded. I was literally putting in job applications to any job that I could get, he says. But you are so smart. You have a master's, well, technically a doctorate, a Juris Doctorate. You guys you're the smartest, most educated generation ever. Bail us out, Aaron Clary. We don't want to work. Street eventually took a job stacking shelves at Target from 3 a.m. to 10 a.m. so he could network and apply for legal jobs during the day. He says he would keep his suit in his car and change into a 7-Eleven bathroom before interviews. This is what every person has to go through. This is what I went through in undergrad. Working late nights, full-time, going to school full-time during the day, trying to get some sleep in between. And now he's going to come out a much stronger man. But this should happen when you're 18 to 22. Not party, drinking, mommy, daddy, government, taxpayer paid for me. Oh, now I'm so intelligent. I can't actually work. I have to go to law school. And now, I mean, by the time you're 27, most people have no sympathy for you. And now you are walking the path. You are wandering in the desert that is mandatory for everyone to do. This is the galvanizing process. This is where he becomes a man. Change into a 7-Eleven bathroom before interviews. Shannon took a job in the farming department at the local framing department at the local Michaels. How'd you vote, guys? Did you vote to take more of my money? Is that how you voted? Because the professor told you so? Eventually, Street landed his first legal job in Grand Junction, Colorado, where he earned $36,000. There's no flooded market in law. The couple later moved to Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas area for better jobs. Oh, you mean a Republican state? Oh. And slowly began making progress on their loans. Everything we thought about was student loans. It was all-consuming, he says. We poured every extra dollar into our student loans. Okay, in fairness, they actually did pay down the student. So I'm good. I'm happy for them. That's honorable. We did not vacation. Oh, you didn't vacation? Because I knew I just had a ton of vacations in my late teens and 20s. We did not buy a new TV. In fact, we still have our TV from law school. You have a 7-year-old TV? Oh, someone contact the Human Rights Commission and file a complaint. Somebody call the ambulance. Why? Guys, get my book, How Not to Become a Millennial, okay? For any of you younger, but it's too late for the millennials. Look, Gen Zers and Generation Alpha, do you want to become like this? Okay, you don't? Get the book, How Not to Become a Millennial. I mean, it's hilarious. I got a car that's, truck? 18 years old. I brag about it because actually I kept it running for so long. But we didn't buy a new TV. In fact, we still have our own TV from law school. Oh, man. We took secondhand furniture and clothes when offered. Gee, you mean here I am, 46, and for the first time in my life, I got to buy new furniture because I also didn't take the entitlement and just how soft and pathetic you millennials are, especially you high college educated ones. We just saved and saved. There's some more charts. Street says him and his wife have put off having children for 6 years and did not attend friends' wedding because of their student loans. Good. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Today, Street has $27,600 left in student debt. His wife owns $6,800. That's very good. They now live in Boise, Idaho, have 2 young children, feel repayment is finally in sight. Street has even begun putting away money in a 529 fund so his kids do not have to deal with the same burden. Yet, let me guess, you're going to tell them the same lies the boomer parents told you. Any degree is a good degree, and you can't put a price on education. And while Street says earning his law degree was necessary for him to become an attorney and is proud to have made such progress in his debt, both he and Becker said they support some kind of student debt relief. Of course you do, because you're parasites. You're pathetic, dumb, loser parasites. And addressing the cycle of student debt for future generations. You can't accuse me of wanting someone else to take accountability for my student loans. Yes, I can. You took other people's money that wasn't yours, said you would, you're a lawyer, right? Said you would pay it back. You signed a document, right? I've paid my debts. I'm going to finish, he says. But I went through it, and I can tell you the student debt process was not worth it. I won't wish the student debt experience on anyone, except for you children that you send up a 529 plan for. Am I the only one that has his head out of his ass? I really wonder. This is technically monetizable. I did not curse. I said ass once. John Michelayan for $5. I paid $30,000 in student loans in 6 months, working 3 jobs. There you go. There, exactly. 7 days. But dude, you got to go out and party and experience your 20s. But then I will get a lot of sleep. Oh, yeah, what? Where there's a will, there's a way. Hashtag no excuses. Yep. I got a link down below called to my book, Worthless, The Young Person's Indispensable Guide to Choosing the Right Major. For any young person listening, please don't end up like the losers, the criminals, the literal criminal losers that they highlighted in this sob story piece where they just want to steal your money. And that's what they want to do. They want to steal your money. It's not an opinion. It's not a ruse. I'm not spinning it. They're thieves. They took other people's money. Now they don't want to pay it back. So get that book, Worthless, The Young Person's Indispensable Guide to Choosing the Right Major. And if you guys don't want to become like the millennials, or you just want to see, did you enjoy the show and the popcorn? Like, oh my God, yeah, get the book, How Not to Become a Millennial. I know you may hate them for demanding that you bail them out of their stupid mistakes and their laziness and their partying years in college. Read through that book, you'll be like, wow, I'm so sorry for them. I know they stole all this money. But it's kind of good to see that they're suffering tremendously. And by the way, millennials, and this would require self-inflection, self-criticism, you could read the book and figure out how to turn your incredibly sucky situation around. It is a salvation book, but you know everything because you guys have grad degrees. All right, we'll see you guys later. Toodles.